NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that takes us from second to third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. For the first time in this one, here's the Las Vegas offense. And at the helm, the former number 2 overall pick in the draft, it's Marcus Mariota.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Bust through the tackle. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mariota. He completes it to Snead. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They had 2 straight 1st downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. Again, it's Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Mariota with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's basketball. To it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. The return is Jones. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Mariota and the Raiders now come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw Mariota. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he'll go down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Mariota again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Eckler, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first down, it's Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. A give, this is Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now it's Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Montgomery.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-up.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Jones. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Jerry Tillery. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, it's complete to Snead.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mariota now to throw on first down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the red zone now, Mariota dancing to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert has got it to Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Herbert, a throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. This is going to be caught. It's John Brown. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Mariota. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
He's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This is caught. It's Brown. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too in a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Quinnen Williams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Raiders add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Carlson down to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from just beyond the...
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2nd and 7.
Herbert now.
His throw incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most often...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just a yard to go here on second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's third and short. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down. And it's in the area of holding. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. John Brown now heading back onto the field as he gets set to go here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for him.
The ball comes out. Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. A
first down throw for Mariota. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw is Mariota. Being chased out left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Herbert on first down now. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Here's Herbert. And the Raiders have got him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And now here come the Raiders. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Mariota on first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Chargers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Herbert.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Bailey as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Escaping the pressure right. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
This pass into the arms of Snead, and out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence. And
I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the gun, Mariota. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Mariota here to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got it.
And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. To the air again, Mariota. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he coughs up the football near his own goal. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Throwing here, Mariota. He uncorks it for Snead.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's
it's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of